Welcome. Today we're doing a bit of standard. I'm revisiting an Izzet artifacts deck with Mechtitan Core as our main win condition. I thought, so it's a deck just made up of artifacts plus one copy of Tezzeret. So this version of it, I decided to go pretty defensive. I just want to try and survive against aggro if possible. So we're going to try this walking bulwark in the one slot. Usually I would play something else. Hang on a minute. The Iron Apprentice is usually what I go for. But at the end of the day, an Iron Apprentice is a 1-1. Doesn't really do much. So I think a 0-3 could just, buy us maybe an extra turn. And block sort of, there's quite a few 2-2 creatures that you want to block. So I think this could be quite an asset. Reality Chip. I've now got a second copy of Reality Chip. And this can function as a 0-4 wall, but also it can if you have time to reconfigure it, you can start digging through your deck and playing lots of artifacts, especially in conjunction with an Enthusiastic Mechanaut to make all the artifacts cheaper. So we're keeping quite low to the ground. We've got most things are just in the 2-cost slot. So we've got 24 2-mana creatures, 2-mana artifacts. So we've got the Artificer that can give us mana for casting artifacts or abilities. High-Speed Hoverbike I've just added. This just seems like a good idea. So it's got flash. You can use it to tap down an aggressive creature, let's say. So that goes with our theme. We're just going to try and buy time and stay alive in the early game. There's our Mechtitan Core, so that can be a 2-4 creature if we can find crew 2. So the only issue with Walking Bulwark, it's got 0 power, so it's not very good at crewing my vehicles. We're kind of, and same for Reality Chip, we're kind of relying on Enthusiastic Mechanaut to do a bit of crewing if we can get hold of it. We've got Patchwork Automaton. So this is, I suppose, an alternate win condition. In a deck full of artifacts, this guy can grow out of control. So kind of hoping to draw one of these early on. So I guess, yeah, we either want a Patchwork Automaton and try and win with that, or the Mechtitan Core. We've got Reckoner Bankbuster can help draw us a few cards and can eventually make a pilot token, which could be quite useful for us. Then in the 3-drop slot, we have a couple of Circuit Menders. So these gain, it's a 2-3 for 3, but it's good value. It gains you 2 life, and when it leaves the battlefield, you draw a card. So, for example, if it's being exiled by a Mechtitan Core, you're still drawing a card, which is pretty nice. Then we've got our Tezzeret, which, very important, he makes the first activated ability of an artifact cost 2 less. So, for example, Mechtitan Core costs 5 mana to exile. So Tezzeret could bring that down to 3. So you could do a surprise Mechtitan Core, play it for 2, and activate it for 3 if you've got Tezzeret in play. Your opponent might not be expecting that. And of course the Mechtitan itself has got haste. Very useful. So, and then we've got just 1 copy of Surge Hacker Mech, so this can blow something up. Creature or Planeswalker. It's 2 damage for every 2 damage for every vehicle that you've got in play, including itself. So it's at least 2 damage We have quite a few vehicles. We've got, might even tell us here, yeah, we've got 11 vehicles in total. So that could definitely knock something out. And then I thought, let's try and dig through the deck for our combo. By playing 4 copies of Reality Heist. I don't think I've ever played 4 copies of this thing, so it is a 7 mana spell, but it gets cheaper, cheaper for every artifact you have. We should have a lot of artifacts, so getting this down to 2 mana shouldn't be too big of a deal. This lets us look at the top 7 cards, and we can take 2 artifact cards and put them into our hand. So it's a little bit of card advantage, and it's going to help us dig through our deck and find a Mechtitan Core, for example, or maybe failing that, a Patchwork Automaton, or even a Reality Chip to sort of dig through more of the deck. And the lands, we've got the red and blue lands. I was quite lucky with Dominaria United. I managed to get 4 copies of Shivan Reef. So that got me thinking, I need to play a red-blue deck pretty soon to make use of these. And we have 4 mech hangers as well, which will help us crew our vehicles, because maybe our creature base isn't that strong in terms of crewing. In fact, how many creatures have we got that can crew vehicles? We've got 4 Mechanauts, 4 Artificers, 4 Automatons, 12. Yeah, we've only got 14 creatures that can crew vehicles. So that could be a struggle. Yeah, anyway, this is the deck I've kind of ended up on. There's quite a few things you can consider, like I think I have the Golden Argosy. There's Weatherlight Completed. I was thinking Weatherlight Completed, if you're playing black and you're playing the Anvil, that might be a good option, because then you've got a good turnover of creatures happening because of the Anvil. And that might activate a bit quicker. I was thinking about Getaway Car. It would suit the theme of a heist quite well. Good. It's going to be good with some more come into play effects, I guess. I was really just thinking about Circuit Menders and drawing Getaway Cars to help me draw cards and things. That's kind of the same deal with the this thing, the Golden Argosy. Except this just exiles the creature and brings it back. So these are all very interesting combos, but I think maybe they take away from the main combo. I think I can focus harder on the Mechtitan Core part of the deck if I drop these other things. There's card Living Legacy, who's pretty good as well. He'd probably be pretty good in the deck, but I just don't think I need him in the deck. It's kind of a 4 mana card. He doesn't even count. He doesn't actually count as an artifact. But yeah, he can make these Power Stones, which do count as artifacts, which is quite cool. Which would help us with Reality Heist, and but they are just token artifacts, whereas Mechtitan Core needs artifact creatures or vehicles specifically. Anyway, so that is another way we could go, and we could play Shield Wall Sentinel if we're going for lots of defenders to dig out walking bulwarks. So yeah, various different options you can go for. And if we count up our mana here, I've got 12 red sources, 13 blue sources, plus the mech hangers. My guess is that might not be enough for a turn 2 Mechanaut every time. Yeah, what I might do here is cut 2 mech hangers and add a mountain and an island. Yeah, maybe we can't afford that many mech hangers. We'll have to go. That might make more sense because we want to cast Mechanaut on curve. To cast something that's red and blue on turn 2, you need about probably 14 of each source just to be safe. So I think, yeah, I'll just make that a little adjustment. I think I'll try this in ranked. Let's give it a bit of a challenge. And I just played against someone else's Mechtitan Core deck, but it's actually just after I'd made my own deck, my own Mechtitan Core deck, though I was playing something else. So I kind of immediately thought, oh, people will think I'm just copying this deck. But no. Right, so situation here, we've got a 2 mana draw. We do have a Mechanaut. Couple of bank busters. I think we'll keep 7. Okay, we'll play this as a tap land. We could Mechanaut on turn 2, or we could bank buster. Looks like a zombie deck to me. How about maybe I could start with a Patchwork Automaton and try and trade off the Tainted Adversary. So this is where the walking bulwark isn't quite so good. Okay, right. He's having to pay 3 mana to blow up the automaton, so that's not too bad. We're very lucky we top deck a land. I think it's got to be Mechanaut plus Bank Buster because we want to keep drawing land. He's got his Shieldred, okie doke. We've top decked a land, so that's pretty good going. Okay, interesting, right. Going. If we get another vehicle and search Hacker Mech, we can blow up the Shieldred. But I might want to play the automaton first to grow it up a few levels. 2 mana, 2 mana. 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 2 Then we can play a walking bulwark like that. And we can actually crew the bankbuster, or threaten to crew the bankbuster. So that's the plan. So invoke despair, sacrifice a creature. Sure. Yep, gains a bunch of life. Nice. Do we take 6 here? Because the other option is crewing the bankbuster, blocking the adversary and killing it. Because we're going to kill Sheoldred next turn, but we'll die to the next invoke despair. Let's just... Oh. I forgot about that. So we're going to take 6 and then die in my next turn. So Automaton has to bite the dust here. So bankbuster, Surge Hacker Mech, pops Sheoldred. So I feel like he's not done an awful lot, and he's done me 16 damage. We can't crew anything. This is the problem we identified with the deck. So we might have to block with the Mechanaut. We'll see. You could have another Invoke Despair. That wins. Okay, I see Plaza of Heroes gets cut down. Fair enough. Another Invoke Despair, sure. Haven't played against Mono Black in quite a while, it feels like. So yeah, this deck's very vulnerable to Mono Black. I think we'll go for the next game. Because we've got lots of vehicles. We're finding it hard to crew the vehicles in the first place. And he's just able to blow up all my creatures with cut down. Right, it's another 2-lander. So the problem with running 24 lands, you get a lot of 2-land hands. I think we'll experiment with a mulligan here. No, we won't. I think we've got 2 automatons. We've got Bankbuster. I think it's keepable. And we top deck an island. There we go. That's nice. Okay, Dernick. Now we can go for building up our automaton first. Or we could go for the Mechanaut. It probably makes more sense to go for the Mechanaut. It's a good start, pumping up his lifelinker. But he didn't blow up my Mechanaut, so we can go automaton, automaton, bankbuster. And it's just the double blue for Reality Heist is challenging. So yeah, this has got a discard payoff. You get to get all the discarded cards back to your hand. Right, so I think I want to draw a card off this now. We managed to get a land, that's good. We've got to pay the ward cost on Raffine's Scheming Seer if we want to high-speed hoverbike it. I think I may as well swing in for 2. We probably could have played this as a... No, we couldn't play this as a combat trick. We're trying to deny Raffine an attack phase. That makes sense. Okay. Destroy evil is happening on an automaton. Fair enough. He's getting a Destroy Evil and a Raffine from Toulouse. Okay. Gets another Denic. I still want to make my land drops, so we're going to keep drawing. And we'll try and pump out Automaton as much as possible. And I think I might as well swing in like this. Okay, sure. Infernal Grasp on the automaton. But you can see Reality Heist is terrible at the moment. It's just stuck in my hand because I just can't get to double blue. Yeah, just take the damage. That's double blue. That's something. Circuit Mender gains me 2 life. We can Reality Heist. We've got to start chump blocking. We want to, I think, block with a Bank Buster and something else. Maybe. Right, yeah. Rafine could kill us. We've got to block with a Mechanaut here. Or no, or even block with a High-Speed Hoverbike. That might be better. Crew the Bank Buster and block Denick with these two. Yeah. And draw a card off the Bank Buster. Okay, Toulouse, right, he's going to be huge as well. Fair enough. Right, now, do we remember what we're doing? I think High-Speed Hoverbike is getting crewed by an Artificer like that. Yeah, and that's going to chomp Rafine. Bankbuster's getting crewed as well by Artificer and Mechanaut. Doesn't quite work, does it? So we've got to let something through. We don't want to give him all those cards. Okay, Mender can block there. And these two can block Denick. Sure, I'll draw the card from this guy. I love how it just doesn't tap the Shivan Reef. I should have tapped it. I knew it would do that. So now I can't obviously tap that because I'll die. Because it just needed colourless mana. There's absolutely no need to tap Island and Mountain. Do draw a card from that. Another reality heist. Okay. Go with the mech hanger. See, tap this for colourless now. It's right, yeah, we need the treasure for blue. Right, it's not quite doing it. No, we can't cast a Mechanaut. Can't cast a reality chip. So he's had an impressive amount of instant speed removal here. Destroy Evil, Infernal Grasp and Void Rend. But then again he's been doing a lot of conniving from turn 3 onwards. Okay, right, so plan is Bankbuster gets crewed by the pilot now. So block the Raffine. Double block the Danik. Block the Toulouse. So he's got 2 cards left. We'll see if he's got another instant speed removal over here. He does. He does. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Can't draw off it because it's still got summoning sickness. So you can't use activated abilities on creatures that have summoning sickness. And then Reality Heist gets really expensive again. Please tap the Shivan Reef at least. Come on. We find our Mechtitan Core. No, we've got a walking bulwark. Just remembered, yeah, we've got another point of mana there, so we could have done 2 walking bulwarks. Anyway, we'll say good game there. That's, I think that's a good run out. He had another instant removal spell. There you go. Nice. So definitely we've got creature base problems. If we have any creatures and they've got removal, we've got problems because we're a vehicle stack. Okay, drawing 3 reality heists was very traumatic in that game. Not getting to double blue was very traumatic. I think we dropped the reality heists, honestly. Right, we think this is the right number of red and blue sources. I think I'd like more land. I think we can go up. I don't know. It seems crazy to play 27 land and have a very low curve. Maybe 25 land is the right number. So this lets us play 3 more cards. Now if we want to play a turn 1 creature like Gold Hound, yeah, we'd need 14 red sources available. Those are sources available on turn 1. And actually we do have that. But I don't know if Gold Hound is a good idea. There's Reinforced Ronin. There's the more aggressive approach for this deck. I wanted to see if I could make just a defensive deck that could hold on until I got the combo, but yeah, definitely not working out. I don't think I want to play Voltage Surge particularly. I feel like you want to play this if you're making blood tokens, if you're making artifact tokens. I say artifact tokens, I mean treasure tokens. Well, I am a fan of Circuit Mender for kind of helping me stick around in the game. Maybe we've overreacted with Reality Heist a little bit. Maybe we can put one back in. There's also Anchor to Reality. Again, that's sacrificing an artifact or creature, so it's good. I reckon it's good with treasure tokens and creature tokens. That could just get the Mechtitan Core out of the deck. But yeah, haven't seen Denick on turn 2 into Rafine. turn 3 before. That is a very powerful opener. I hadn't considered. Okie doke, this looks okay. So yeah, we've basically got the what if they blow up the Mechanaut problem with this deck. Because it's very slow without the Mechanaut. Right, it's the same colours again. I think I'll cast my Circuit Bender and my Reality Chip first, before they blow up the Mechanaut. Right, there's the Raffine. Okay. We didn't find any... we've got our vehicle on top of the deck. That's nice. The reconfigure, of course, costs 3, but actually Mechtitan Core will only cost 1 because of the Mechanaut, I think. So let's just sort of swing for it. I think put the chip onto the Circuit Bender. Play that for 1. No attacks, and end the turn. But we've given the game away. Our opponent knows the plan. So if he's anything like the last Esper deck, he's got 4 or 5 removal cards in his hand, ready. I should be going up to 5 toughness. Yeah, there goes Wandering Emperor. Interesting, he's actually going to bounce the Circuit Bender. So I will draw a card. Could probably play a Mech Hanger. Let's see, Mechtitan Core plus Surge Hacker Mech plus 1 mana for the ward cost. We can actually blow up Raffine. That might be quite a good move. So it's not legendary. So he's going to play Wandering Emperor and exile that guy. Fair enough. So how close are we? We're going to need another artifact creature or vehicle, basically. So we can, yeah, I think should work. I'm going to crew both of these. And he could have a bounce spell, so I'm going to send both of them at the Wandering Emperor.
See you later.
Okay. Right, so we can Mechtitan Core with what we've got here. I think let's do it. We're expecting draw 2 cards, which is nice. Okay, get through. No instant removal this time. But Urtai, yeah, can blow him up. Yeah. Okay, good. We have blue-red. We've got a lot of lands in the opener. We'll keep it though. We'll go patchwork first, I think, here. So it looks like another Esper deck. Might hold Sock and Zan for making creatures. Yep, that's a pretty scary one. Good Tilda. So we've drawn almost all of our Mechanauts. I believe we can go Mechanaut, Circuit Mender. Don't see a 0-cost Circuit Mender very often. Now, do we care if he goes to the graveyard? I'm going to say probably not. yeah, he's got the patchwork. That's that for 3. Mechtitan Core. Seems good. Maybe a backup Mechtitan Core. He's seen both of them. Right, the worst thing that could happen is he's got a sweeper. I think we'll play one Mechtitan Core. We'll keep the other one in my hand. Okay, I guess we'll tap that. Okay, borrowed time. Glen Island. Yeah. That feels good, better, beating 2 Aspidex in a row. Got to see a really good reality heist there as well. Okay, it's a bit low on land, but is it playable? We can slow down an aggro deck quite a bit with this. We've actually got a combo here. The only issue is we'd need actually 2 more mana. I think we'll keep it. Top deck to land, very good indeed. That's a red mana source as well. Oh yeah, okay, all my artifacts are going to be really expensive. Well, yeah, all my vehicles, the creatures are still pretty decent. Oh, darn. This guy's annoying. High-Speed Hoverbike, you say? Okay. Right, what are you doing here? You've got a 2-1 first strike, and I've got a 1-3. What am I missing here? You're tapped out. I think I just kill Thalia, don't I? Play another Shivan Reef. We'll play a Mechtitan Core. Okay, yeah. This is 2 to crew. Let's try and take him out like that. So the Peacekeeper's quite a threat, really. We'll just hoverbike in his upkeep. Okay, gets to be a 4-4, the add line. Block like that. I'm just thinking I could crew the bike, which could crew the core. But it wouldn't achieve very much. Just remember to count that mana. That's 6 mana of things I can do. Don't have any legendaries, so that's 4. So I think it's the same again. Just but we might tap down Adeline, to be honest, here. Okay, we get a 1-3 attacking. Now, if I do nothing, I've got a Mechtitan set up here. We just have to worry about instant speed removal. Otherwise, I could crew a bike, which would crew the core. But again, it doesn't achieve very much, so I think we'll just try and block here, and Bulwark could block the 2-2. So I'm missing something there. He has to enlist when he's declaring attackers, doesn't he? Pretty sure. Right, tap him for mana. That's Mechtitan Core. Yeah, I think that's fine. See if he's got instant speed removal. No, good. That puts me on decent amount. I could play a walking bulwark, or okay, let's play a land. Let's play walking bulwark. Candle trap, nice. Okay. He's got Coven, so he can exile it. Okay. Yeah, he didn't enlist this guy. You've got to attack with things individually to get the enlist option. Walking bulwark will block this guy. And this guy, oh, he's going to do, I think all combat damage he does is reduced to 0, unfortunately. And maybe he doesn't want to exile this because it will, I'll get all of my creatures back. So if I hadn't played that Otawara, I could have bounced the Mechtitan, I suppose. But never mind, I guess. We can spend 2 mana to pump Walking Bulwark as well. Shouldn't forget about that. So that can be a 3/3. Okay, yeah, that's the other threat I've got, I suppose. Fair enough. So I'm guessing his enlist. There we go. He's got the enlist thing going now. He's getting to scry too. That's a pretty nice combination. Now, I believe his hand is empty. He has no cards left. I can actually kill the Guardian, or trade off with Circuit Mender. I think that's a good idea. So I can draw a card there. You can block there. And maybe just block these humans and take 3 from this guy. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot walking bulwark again. Yeah. You can... Tezzeret is a good draw. Right.
Power belongs in the hands of those who take it.
Okay. Let's draw 2 cards.
Innovation has no limit.
Decline. We'll drop the 2 lands. Play an Artificer. So that'll be free to activate when at the walking bulwark. It's interesting. I'm quite a fan of the of Candle Trap as a removal spell. A lot of people don't like it because it's obviously it leaves you with a blocker. Right. So obviously you go in front of there. Bulwark can actually kill the Hopeful Initiate, and that's a pretty big deal. Mechanaut, okay, Artificer should block there. And what will Mechanaut do? Mechanaut will sacrifice himself in front of the Peacekeeper, I think. And then we'll just take 2. 4 blockers like that. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, we're gradually figuring out how this works. Yeah, yeah, we can only do that on my turn. Never mind. Okay, let's do that again. Let's draw more cards. Yeah, this time we'll discard an artifact. Now we'll play Bank Buster. Okay, cool. Yes, play a Mountain, play a Mechanaut. So now the Initiate can blow something up. So block there. And how dead is Tezzeret? So I think Peacekeeper will double block like that and kill the Peacekeeper. Bulwark will chump block like that. And Tezzeret will take 3. That seems okay.
What a fool!
Okay, my turn. Oh, Circuit Mender's a nice draw. Question is, do we draw with this, or do we need this as a blocker? Maybe want that as a blocker. Trade off with Adeline.
I can practically taste.
Okay, yeah, so let's discard a Circuit Mender, get Bank Buster number 2. Oh, that's a good draw. Right. Now, Initiate can still blow something up in response, but let's blow up Adeline. That's going to be 6 damage. Interesting. Gonna blow him up. Okay. Good game. Now the thing with Candle Trap, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he did have Coven. There's a hidden ability on Candle Trap. You can exile the creature if you have Coven, and it only costs 3 mana. So you could easily have done that on my my Titan. It would have given me all those cards back, of course, but I think he'd have. Yeah, I think I'd had nothing to really block Adeline with, effectively. So I think that would have won him a game. So let's have a look at the deck. So it's interesting. We've come a long way from that that first game. It looks like I got a random card reward of Vesuvan Diplomancy, which is nice. Well on the way to making a deck with that, I guess. 3 copies should be enough. Yeah, so we had a traumatic first couple of games against, I think, Esper, or maybe just the first one. I had 4 reality heists in the deck. I managed to draw 3 of them, and I couldn't get double blue. So it took ages before I could cast them, and he had about 4 or 5 removal spells, and just some really huge creatures. Yeah, he had a really good opening. He had Dennick on turn 2, followed by Rafine. So he had a lifelinker getting pumped up. Then he had Toulouse to pick up all the discard cards, and that got pumped up as well. It made me question what I was doing in a big way. So I cut it down to 1 reality heist. What did we put in? We put in 2 more circuit menders, I believe, and 2 more lands. In fact, yeah, we went up to 25 25. Okay, we added one land. One land and 2 circuit menders because we kept one reality heist. Yeah. And we actually saw a really good reality heist in one of the games. We managed to find 2 Mechtitan, not one, but 2 Mechtitan Cores with it. Which is, yeah, you probably need as many of these as you can get because it does get exiled when you activate it. And there's, it still dies to Infernal Grasp, so. And it's rendered quite ineffective by Candle Trap as well, as we discovered, but it's not always fatal. So yeah, definitely an interesting experience. The weakness I've pointed out in the deck is my ability to crew my vehicles is pretty weak. I was thinking, just because I tend to play against a lot of red burn decks. I thought 0/3 defender for 1 mana might be very good for blocking. Red seems to have, a lot of 2/2 creatures with haste. And this seems to fit the bill. But we didn't play against red today, and we kind of we had some challenging games against removal heavy decks. But we just seemed to have quite a good run after that. As you can see, the deck is very light on removal. So we've got basically Surge Hacker Mech. We've got High-Speed Hoverbikes to tap things down. That's about it. But it's a combo deck. I want to just have a good density of vehicles and artifact creatures, so I can draw enough to just go off with when I get a Mechtitan Core. So yeah, so not bad. Not a bad outcome, I think. I think I got to gold 2, so yeah. Not sure what I'd change in the deck, but there are obviously a few different ways to go. And you could go black-red. Well, I'd say you need the Mechanauts, so maybe black, red, blue. I don't think I've seen anyone trying to play Mechanauts and only Cult Anvils in the same deck, but it might be good. It might be good, and this makes artifact creature tokens, which is quite cool because they can be used with the Mechtitan Core. The other thing would be, just look at artifacts. Reinforced Ronin goes really well with the Anvil in particular. The Anvil makes a creature whenever, and I think whenever an artifact leaves play on your turn. So that includes the Reinforced Ronin bouncing back to your hand. We could of course add Dragon Spark Reactor. I've tried quite a few decks, 2 or 3 decks with Dragon Spark Reactor as well. Works well with the Anvil. Definitely could work in this deck. It is just a basic artifact. It's not a creature. It's not a vehicle, so it doesn't work with Mechtitan Core. So I thought, let's focus on the Mechtitan Core this time around. yeah, anyway, I think that is a video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, just a bit of bonus content here. I'm just going to open 3 Kamigawa packs. So yeah, the plan is Kamigawa. We're not playing any more Kamigawa draft, so we may as well just open these packs. Rare wildcard, pretty good. I tried to get this working in one of my draft games when we were young. It's you don't see this card getting used very often, but I think I cast it one game and got the lifelink payoff, and that was good enough. Then I could just kind of cut it from the deck. But it's kind of interesting. But just a 4-mana combat trick is a bit too expensive, I think. Oh, that's nice. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That is my 4th copy, so that's a very good find. I'm a big fan of Banishing Slash. This is another artifact and enchantment payoff. So yeah, you get a 2/2 token creature with vigilance if you as the payoff here after you've blown something up. Invoke Calamity. Interesting. I think this might be my 4th copy of this one. Never used it before. It is used in there's one deck it was used it for. There's a card in Strixhaven with a casting cost of 3 green and 3 blue. It creates a token that has power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your library. And there's a deck that was using Invoke Calamity to cast that from the graveyard, which is kind of interesting. The deck couldn't. I think it's the only way that deck could actually cast a 3 blue and 3 green card. I'll have to play that, make that one day, and play it in Explorer, I suppose. Anyway, that was I think short but sweet. Definitely one very good result there. Can't really complain about a rare wild card either. Yeah, there we go.